Well, hey bosses, welcome back to another of our live broadcast Ask Me Anythings, where you're bringing your social media marketing questions, and for 20 minutes every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern right here on YouTube Live, I am answering your questions in real time. Today, we are talking all about Facebook's brand new announcement about our privacy controls and how it's going to affect entrepreneurs. We're going to be talking about when we should be going live on YouTube. We're going to talk about what you should be using to trim videos for Instagram stories. We're going to be talking all about the social media platforms. And if you've got questions while we're live, I would love to get them answered. For the next 20 minutes, I'm answering your questions in real time. So stay tuned, drop your questions in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, please leave your questions now. I will save them for next week's Ask Me Anything, or I'll create a video or a podcast episode or a talk show episode. So we've got a lot that we are covering today. If you've got those questions, now is the time to drop those. I would love to get them answered in real time for you. All right. Are you guys ready? We are going to dive into our first question. It is from Alexis. Alexis says, how often should I go live on YouTube? Well, Alexis is a great question. I know Alexis happens to be an artist, and YouTube is really, really important for entrepreneurs in general, but also for artists. This is going to be a very visual platform where you're creating videos, and YouTube is owned by Google, which is the biggest search engine in the world, making YouTube the second biggest search engine in the world. Now, if you are Googling something, if you're looking for answers to something, usually Google kicks out a video. And so we know YouTube in our marketing process is extremely important. But YouTube Live is so essential to growing your platform, because this gives your fans access to you live in real time. They can interact with you and engage with you, ask questions, get answers, and they see that you are there, not just dropping videos, but pouring into them and giving them your time. Because it's nice that we're making videos. It's nice that we're creating all this educational content for them, but we can do that in a single afternoon. I batch create like 30 videos at once in one day and just kick them out for the next couple of months. This is a real-time opportunity for them to see us in real time and have that connection with us. So I do recommend to my students that you are going live on YouTube about once a week or more. This is going to help grow your channel, and then everything is then logged as a replay of the live broadcast. So you actually have it there and proof that you are there and engaged and active on a consistent weekly basis with your fans. So I do recommend that you are going live once a week or more on YouTube. And if you want more help with that, stay tuned, because in the next couple of videos I'm dropping, I'm actually telling you how to do that. In fact, yesterday, we dropped a brand new video all about how you can schedule live broadcasts on YouTube, just like this one, with customized branding. Look at this. You can't get this from going live natively on YouTube. You are going to be able to check out that video. Make sure you don't miss it. It's really good. And in the video coming out on Friday, we are dropping information on how you can be leveraging and growing through YouTube Live. It is not something you want to miss, so stay tuned. Hit the subscribe and notification bell, because this one is a good one. And if you're joining me live, I would love to get your questions answered. I am here for the next 20 minutes shouting out all of your answers to social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, IGTV, TikTok, YouTube, your newsletters, your blogs, your websites, all those things that help you market online. Jesse joined us over on our Facebook page this week. He said, thank you so much for this. I've been making a list of things I should check out to enhance my businesses, and I'm checking this out tonight. Yes. I'm so glad to hear that, Jesse. I am thrilled to see what you are going to be doing with your YouTube lives. If you guys have not checked out the video, make sure you do, because it is a good one. And if you are joining me live, I want to hear from you guys. Drop your questions. If you're on the replay, I want to hear from you too. Let me know what you got, and I will give you as many answers as possible. Danielle wrote in, and she says, for someone just starting on social, which platforms do you recommend first? Okay. So right now we know we've got some major platforms. We've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, we've got Twitter, YouTube. There's all sorts of fun, fabulous things. And Danielle is joining us live here today. Hey, girl, excited to see you. So for someone just starting out, someone just jumping into the world of social media, maybe you're a new entrepreneur and you're just getting out there, I do recommend Instagram and Facebook and YouTube as your priorities. So this is because Facebook owns Instagram. Right now, Instagram is huge, and the searchability on Instagram is amazing with hashtags. So Instagram's gonna be your number one, because this is very visual. You can do videos, you can do photos, you can do stories, you have IGTV. It is a tricked out platform, and it is amazing. Now, Facebook is a very close second. Facebook's content usually lasts a little bit longer, but it also gets a different crowd of people. So if your ideal clients are a little bit on the younger side, like 30s and down, you're really going to want to strongly focus on Instagram. If your ideal clients are maybe like mid 30s and up, you're going to want to spend a lot of time on Facebook. That said, I would very strongly spend a lot of time on Facebook and Instagram together, both, and creating separate and unique content that overlaps on both of these platforms. But I also recommend that you spend time on YouTube because, again, searchability. This is connected to Google. So when people are Googling things, they're going to come across your videos. Video is king right now on social media, on all of the social media platforms. And this is because the algorithm's favorite, because it's what people are interacting with. So the cool things about the algorithms are that they listen to what their users are doing and then implement that into the strategy. So because most people will sit on Facebook or on Instagram and watch videos, they're going to pimp out more videos than photos or text posts or whatever. They are going to take more time to pimp out live broadcasts than videos because that is what the users are saying that they like. So when you learn the algorithms, you know what you can do on the social media platforms to get really, really good at getting your content shown to people. And having Facebook posts, Instagram posts, and YouTube posts are going to do the best for you. These are the 3 best, most thriving platforms right now, and I highly recommend that you are using them in all of your businesses because this is really going to help you guys out. Amanda was with us this week, and she says, amazing tip. We were talking all about newsletters and how to keep them out of your spam boxes. So if you have not checked that one out, make sure you are checking out that video this week as well. And if you're joining me live, I would love to get your questions answered. Go ahead and drop those for me so that I can get those answered while we are here for the next 20 minutes. Well, actually, a little over 10 minutes now we've got left. And Danielle says, is going live on YouTube like going live on other platforms? Can you see as people post comments? Yes, it is. Natively, it's a little bit different, but through the program that I'm using, Be Live, if you guys have not checked out the video that we dropped this week on how to do this, make sure you do. You do have the ability to see comments and pull them up on screen. So if I am live broadcasting here on YouTube, just like this, we are going to be able to let people know that they are here and interacting with us. And this also lends social proof. So Danielle's here in the comments. Danielle wrote in. There we go. She wrote in when we dropped our call for questions over on Facebook, but she's also here joining us live. Right here, now people can see that someone is here talking to me, listening to me, interacting with me, and asking questions from me. And so being able to put those user comments up there is super important. So if you guys are going live, and you absolutely should be going live on YouTube, you should have your customized branding. And I break down exactly how to do that inside of my video that I dropped yesterday on the channel. Hit the subscribe and notification bell, and then check out the video when we are done with our live here. You have 0 presence on YouTube, girl. Gotta get it on YouTube. Gotta get it on YouTube. All right, we are shouting out all of the fun questions, all the fun things going on this week. We're super excited. And boy, before the end of today's episode, I have things to tell you guys. You are not going to want to miss what I have coming for you tomorrow. It is big, it is good, and I'm really excited about it. Girls with the Curls was on our YouTube page this week and said, amazing tips. I never knew about pixels or about the pixels. So yeah, we broke news on Facebook, which we're actually going to talk about in just a second. And Facebook now gives us the ability to decide if we're tracked or not. So let's chat all about that. I've actually got a question. Let me pull that one up. Let me see where that one went. Here we go. So Alexis wrote in and said, will Facebook's new privacy controls hurt entrepreneurs? So let me break down what this was. And if you want a look at a really great graphic on how to actually set these privacy settings, we did it over in the newsletter, keeping it out of your spam box, live broadcast. So here's the deal. Facebook announced this week that we now have access to new privacy controls that decide what we are being targeted for with ads. So we know that Facebook has their pixel, which entrepreneurs are using on their websites. And then if you go and hit up their website, they can then send ads to you through Facebook and through Instagram. And so some people are upset about this, and they were upset because it felt like Facebook was kind of stalking them. They knew what was going on. And so you now have the ability to control them. So we did show you a graphic on how to do it step by step, button for button, click for click. on how you can control it. And the question is this going to hurt entrepreneurs? Because now people can say, you cannot send me ads. Does that hurt entrepreneurs? At first glance, it sounds like this is a horrible, terrible thing. But actually, if you take a step back and you look at what this actually means, it means that people who don't want to hear from you can turn you off so that they can't hear from you. And if they can't hear from you, then you are not paying to send ads to someone who doesn't want to hear from you. So if they're turning off your ads, you are now creating a much more streamlined version of people who you can target. You have more qualified leads. The people who do not turn off the button want to hear from you or don't know that they can turn it off. But if someone is actively going to their settings and saying, I don't want to hear from this page again, that means they were never going to buy from you, which means you were paying money to send ads to them and they were never going to buy from you. So this is actually a really good thing. Does it narrow down the people we can send things to? Yes, it does. But that also means we're going to be spending less money to reach people who are more likely to buy from us. So I am actually excited about this. It took me a minute. I had to think about it. But I am excited that we now have these controls. And if you want that control, you can actually check out that video where I did the button for button and you guys can see what is going on over there. Woo! Hi! Hey, everybody's in the comments. Look at all of this. This is good stuff going on here. Wow! All right. Corinder, hey. Hey, excited to see you here. Nice of you to join us. You like my background and my layout. Well, thank you, friend. I appreciate that. I see we've got some questions going on over here in the comments. What about going live on LinkedIn? Now, it's a newer thing, but I haven't watched anything there yet. Yeah, this is a really cool new feature over on LinkedIn. The API has not necessarily gone out to people yet so that they can kind of customize and brand it. I know that the program I am working on is working on creating the ability to go live on LinkedIn. So right now they don't have the ability to. You would have to go live natively, which means you can't have the customized branding. But LinkedIn is like bringing it when it comes to bringing in some of these elements from the other social media platforms to help us grow on the platform. If they are giving you the ability to go live, you darn well and good better be leveraging this in your business. They are handing you tools to grow yourself on their platform. If they're giving this to you, obviously there's a reason for it, and you should be taking advantage of it. Have I done it yet? No, I have not. But am I planning on it? Yes, I am. And so I do recommend doing it. I do recommend looking into it. And early adopters of these things are the ones that get all the leverage. Like, for those of us who were over on Instagram when they first did stories, when they first did IGTV, we are big on the platform now. The platform is being appreciative that we are doing this and kicking our content out to more and more people, and we're growing while other entrepreneurs are not using these resources yet. This means this is a prime real estate for us to be marketing and leveraging ourselves on social media. So if you have not jumped onto the bandwagon when new platform additions on any of the social media platforms come out, you are doing yourself a disservice, and you gotta jump in on it ASAP because you're going to reap the benefits when you do. Brittany joined us this week and she wrote in saying, Instagram question, what are your favorite apps for cutting and adjusting short videos for stories? So Instagram stories are vertical. This is horizontal, vertical imagery and videos that scroll through in about 15-second clips on the top of your Instagram platform. We've got lots and lots of videos on Instagram stories. So if you guys have not checked those out, make sure that you do. And this is really interesting because you can put out video. Now, Instagram does clip it up. Back in the day when they first started with this, we actually had to set it in 15-second clips because it didn't break it up for us. Instagram now does this for us. So if you've got a video, pop it on there. You want to make sure you are doing this vertically. Horizontal video does not translate well on Instagram, not on IGTV, not on Instagram stories. So best call is to make it vertical. We do have a video all about making your IGTV videos vertical from horizontal video. So make sure you check that out on the platform. But I do recommend not necessarily using an app to trim it. So in this particular case, Brittany wants to know, she's got a longer video. She wants to trim it. So like maybe the beginning is not there and maybe the ending is not there. She just wants that middle section. I would say you can use an app, I just try to stay away from like a bunch of extra third-party things unless there's a really good reason to have them. And in most cases, for like editing things, not so much. Most phones are built in with the ability to trim your videos. In fact, I jumped on my iPhone this morning to check on this before we went live, and you can trim a video right inside of your iPhone. All you have to do is take your video, click on your video, hit the edit button, and then there are sliders to trim it. It's super easy, takes you 2 seconds to do, and most phones do come with the ability to kind of edit your photos a little bit, edit your videos a little bit. At the very least, they trim those videos. You could also look into things like iMovie for your phone, and then I would maybe do some research if you were going to be using an app. I don't use apps. Typically, I use my desktop and I edit things, or I will trim it right inside of my phone camera if it's something that I shot on location. So that is my 2 cents on that one. But if you guys have apps that you do like to use for trimming videos, please let us know down in the comments below, and we will get those checked out for you guys as we're hanging out, doing all the fun things. We've got a couple minutes left. I'm answering your social media marketing questions, so if you've got them, now is the time to drop them. Nando joined us this week over on our YouTube channel and said, I can't wait to do an Instagram challenge. Love this. Yes. So we talked all about Instagram challenges recently on our YouTube channel. I brought you a 5-day live broadcast Instagram challenge where for 5 days you were going live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I told you exactly what types of live broadcasts to do to succeed and get your fan base to interact with you on your Instagram channel and get that engagement and bump up your algorithm ranking. And then we talked all about how you can be using challenges, IG challenges, like the Dolly Parton challenge. If you guys did not check that out last week, that was a huge thing where everybody had those 4 squares, and it was Facebook profile photo and Instagram and LinkedIn and your Tinder profile, and it was like different versions of the same person. And it blew up, and we talked all about in this video how to leverage those challenges for your business, not your personal, for your business. It was really fun, and I'm glad that you checked it out, Nando. I am excited for you to jump into that as well. Danielle sent in a question, and she says, what are your thoughts on Twitter? Seems like not many people I talk to care for it, but it's my favorite. All right, so here's the deal. Twitter is a social media platform that has not innovated nearly as much as the other platforms. Their algorithms are not quite as good. They've not really stepped up their game. And while Twitter still has legs, they are not keeping up with the other platforms. So Twitter is great for being social, but so are some of the other social media platforms. Right now, I don't focus on Twitter. As a social media strategist, Twitter is barely on my radar. I pay attention to what they're doing. I have accounts. I manage accounts, my accounts, not other people's accounts. And I will go in, I will check, but I don't have a ton of conversation over on Twitter. I do follow some of what's going on over there, but they are not super strategic when it comes to how they're using their hashtags or their algorithms, the things that they're doing over there. And they just haven't quite innovated. Now, they used to be very innovative. They used to be one of the first platforms to live stream, like all sorts of stuff over there. Not quite as much anymore. So when I'm recommending my students and my clients to focus on social media platforms, I hardly ever tell them Twitter. It's Instagram, it's Facebook, it's YouTube, and then we transition into things like TikTok and LinkedIn and all these other things, and Twitter is kind of the last on the list because they just aren't quite up to par with the other social media platforms in terms of the algorithms and how they are creating conversation over there. Does that mean you shouldn't be using it? No. If it works for your business, you absolutely should be using it, and it tends to go better for online businesses than local businesses, and it is not really a place to find local stuff. So people are not really doing it for that. So you have to be very strategic about how you're using it. And if you're using it for conversation purposes, that's probably your best bet, but it's not necessarily going to lean as strongly into growing your business. So that's my 2 cents on that one. Thank you for writing in, Danielle. And I would love to hear from you guys if you were joining me live. We've got just a couple more things we are touching on today. And I want to hear from you. Do you have questions? We've got, like 30 seconds. That's okay. We're gonna keep going. A couple minutes over. Girls with the Curls commented, I so needed to hear this. Thank you. All about the Instagram challenges and how you can leverage that for your business. So I would love to hear from you guys. Have you done social media challenges like the Dolly Parton challenge for your business, and how did that work for you? Girls with the Curls also hung out and said, which platform do you suggest in terms of newsletters, as we're talking all about how to keep your newsletter out of the spam box. Well, I've actually got a little something for you. And let me see if I can find it here. I mean, there we go. I was so not prepared for that. There we go. I actually have a list of tools over on my page. You can go to kmrobinson.com/tools, and you can get my list of things that I use. So there's a lot of them right now. MailChimp used to be a big one, not so much anymore. ConvertKit, really good right now. And you can actually kind of go through and see what's going to work best for you. I do recommend when you're getting an email service provider that you are taking like 2 steps ahead of where your business is. So if you're a new business, don't go with the newbie level. Go with where you're going to be a year from now. Go with where you're going to be 2 years from now, because you want to grow into it. Does it cost you a little money? Yes, it does. But it costs you more money and time and stress and aggravation if you start out with one of the baby versions of this. So if you're on like MailChimp or MailerLite or any of those, you're going to outgrow that so fast. And then you have to transition, and you have to take your entire list over to a new place. You have to learn an entire new system. You have to set up all of your automated sequences again. It's so much. It's not even worth it. I did it. It is not worth it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Go 2 steps ahead. Go where you want to be a year from now. Go where you want to be 2 years from now. That is going to help you so much in the long run. So check out my tools. It's kmrobinson.com/tools for more information on that. I've got some links there. I can get you some free trials of things. I got extra bonus content wonderfulness over there. You do not want to miss out on that one. And if you are having all the fun and this is helpful to you, please let your friends know we are hanging out every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern for 20 minutes, 21 minutes, 22 minutes right now to answer your questions every single week. But that is not all, because dang, I got all the good stuff for you guys. If you need a little extra help with your Instagram growing on your platform, I have the hashtag guide for you. You can grab it at hashtag.kmrobinson.com. It is a boss's guide to handling hashtags. And I'm telling you the number one offender you're almost definitely using that's killing your account, what not to use and what to use instead. Grab it. It's free. It's for you. And I'm really excited about this. And we are not even done yet, because, guys, we're bringing all the good stuff with the Social Media for Bosses podcast and the Social Media for Bosses live talk show. So let me break this down for you real quick before we go. I'm super excited about this. And I definitely did not have that where I needed it. I'm looking for my button, guys. So on our podcast this week, we have dropped some really cool new episodes for you guys. We launched over the weekend. Every single Sunday, we are dropping a brand new podcast episode where we are breaking down behind the scenes on the social media world for you to create a profitable business through smart social media marketing. We talked all about 10 ways to repurpose videos within your Instagram or your Facebook or your YouTube. We're talking about how to do this so that you are not missing all the really good, important ways that you can be repurposing this content without making new content. So we're talking about 10 ways to break down videos and use them in entirely new ways on your social medias to save you a ton of time and effort and to make sure all these people are seeing your content. We talked all about a way in 10 minutes you can redefine your Instagram algorithm and bump up your standing. So I'm telling you one strategic thing that you can do in 10 minutes every single day to bump up your Instagram standing. And then in our third episode, we actually broke down how one of my students made an extra $4,000 in just a couple of months, specifically linked to Instagram. So this is just through things she did on Instagram, just her normal postings. All this money is connected directly to Instagram. She brought in, are you ready for this, 20% of her first year business within just a couple of months, specifically from Instagram. We tell you how she did it and why you should be doing this as well. And in our next episode, we are going to be covering 3 big actions that I wish that I had taken inside of my business in my first couple of years, and how it would have changed it and how you can do it, because I didn't. So check it out. You can subscribe. It is live on all the major streaming platforms. You do not want to miss these out. It's on Spotify. It's on iTunes, all those great places. and big things are coming, and big people are coming to hang out with us on this platform. Speaking of cool people coming to hang out with us, tomorrow you can join me for the Social Media for Bosses live talk show. We're hanging out with financial planner Kimberly Graham. She's actually going to be breaking down live how you can be budgeting and saving money for your Instagram, Facebook, YouTube ads. And then as soon as we are off air on the talk show, she's joining us for an exclusive members only live broadcast training on how you can be paying yourself as an entrepreneur, making sure you as a small business owner are paying yourself so that you are not stressed for money within your business. This is an exclusive training inside of our Facebook group, which is available to you guys. You can come over and hang out with us. It's going to be lots and lots of fun. We're actually going to be live inside of facebook.com/groups/social media for bosses, and you can come join us. That'll be around 3:40, 3:45 Eastern tomorrow, but 3 p.m. right here to check out how to save money for social media ads with financial planner and strategist Kimberly Graham. I'm so excited for this one. This is going to be a lot of fun. She and I have not talked in a long, long time. We went to college together, guys, so it's been a minute, and I'm really excited to hang out with her. She and I were both teachers together back in the day, so this is going to be a lot of fun, and you are going to learn a ton from her. Hit the subscribe and notification bell because we are going live tomorrow with Kimberly Graham on how you can be budgeting for your ads and how to make sure you are paying yourself as a small business owner. If you have more questions, if you have more comments, I would love to hear from you guys. Go ahead and reach out and let me know what questions you have. We're going to get them covered in next week's live AMA. We are live every single Wednesday at yes, at 10 a.m. I'm like, sorry, what time was that? At 10 a.m., we're having all the fun right here on our YouTube live. And then every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern, we're going live with the Social Media for Bosses talk show. Every Sunday, we're dropping new episodes of the Social Media for Bosses podcast. And we've got special breaking news every time there's a platform edition, an algorithm change, or there are trends within the industry that you need to know to create a profitable business through smart social media marketing. And we drop new videos every Tuesday and Friday. So don't miss out. We're talking all about how you can be leveraging. Oh, thank you, Danielle. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you being here. Tomorrow, we're talking all about how you can be leveraging YouTube Live to grow your channel really, really fast in a really good way and really help your algorithm standing within the platform. So I can't wait to see you guys here. It's going to be lots of fun. Until then, thank you so much for joining me. I'm KM Robinson, social media strategist of kmrobinson.com and Social Media for Bosses. You can hit me up at KM Robinson Social on all the social media platforms. I would love to hear from you guys, and I will see you again next week. Until then, stay inspired.